What's going on, everybody? Sean Doan here, and today we're talking about something a little different. It's more of a personal finance video than just self-publishing because I'm learning a lot about personal finance. It's something that I'm super passionate in because, first you have to learn how to make money, right? So you learn about publishing or any other business, and you learn how to increase your income. But once you start making more money, something that is just as much or if not more important than simply making money is how to keep your money. How to keep your money, how to save it, and how to grow it, how to make your money make more money. So that's why I'm getting into personal finance. I'm really, really passionate about the topic, and I want to start making videos on it on YouTube as well. I'm still learning, but as I learn more, I want to start sharing what I learned. So in this video, 5 steps you must take when you get paid. It applies to anything, even if you just have a job or if you are making money from your business. Either way, these steps are essential steps that you have to take after you get paid. So let's get right into it. All right, step one is pay off bills. So you should have a list of necessities, things you can't live without. So we're talking rent, food, gas if you got to get around, electricity, water, those kind of stuff, right? So you want to pay off those because you need to live. You need those to live, of course, but you want to make sure that whatever you're paying off, whatever you're using your money to pay for, is actual necessities and not wants, right? You don't want to spend your money on extra stuff like going out, entertainment, having fun. Those are not necessities, and you can take a portion out of your pay to go have fun. Definitely, you want to enjoy life, but that's not step one. That's definitely not step one. You want to make sure you're paying off everything first. So again, this includes, like rent payments, utilities, car insurance, groceries, anything that is super important. So step two is build your emergency fund. This is super important. Again, you want to have at least 6 months of your living expenses. So in step one, you made a list of all your essentials or necessities to live, right? So you should have an idea of how much roughly it costs per month to live. For me, it's $650 on rent, and since I'm super frugal, it's like $400 on groceries. I never really spend more than that in terms of not counting business expenses, of course, but just like living expenses. I live around $1,000 a month. So for me, all I need is $6,000, and that'll cover my emergency fund. If your living expenses cost more, then you should definitely times that by 6 and save that. But anyways, you want to have at least 6 months of emergency, or also known as rainy day funds. This is essential, especially if you are self-employed, because self-employed, people owning your own business, you never know, what I mean? Like, you never know when your income goes down, when your income goes up. Even if a job, right? Even if you have a job, you could get fired anytime, and maybe you have to live off your savings for a little while. That is why it is essential to have at least 6 months of your living expenses saved. If you're fine, like having to get a job after your business fails, if you're self-employed and whatnot, you could save less, especially if you're in your building stage when you're building up your business, and you can save less, take a little more risk, and reinvest all your profits into your business so you can start making more money. That is more of a riskier route. I don't really recommend it, but you could do that as well. Now, before we get to step three, something that I really want to make sure you guys are all doing is storing your money, keeping your money that you don't touch, such as your emergency funds or any other money that you're just you don't really use, you don't need it for living expenses, and it's just sitting as your savings, right, in the bank account. If you have any money, any extra money sitting in your checking account or a normal traditional savings account with like Bank of America or any bank, you're literally losing money by not opening up a high interest savings account. Because what high interest savings account are is it's basically just like any other savings account, but they pay a lot higher in interest rates. So normal savings account that you could probably open with Bank of America. I don't know how much, but it's like 0.01 or something like that. So you put in like, tens of thousands of dollars and you make $1 in interest or something like that, right? High interest savings account, it fluctuates between the markets. So all the banks that does it, basically they kind of compete with each other. So if everybody's doing 2%, then pretty much all the banks are doing 2%. Right now, 1.6% seems to be the standard between all banks, but that really changed over time. But it is still way better than having your money sitting in a checking account where you're not earning anything, or a traditional savings account. To open a high interest savings account, it is super simple. You just go and like sign up, 30 minutes, you're done, deposit some money, and you're good. And you can move your money out. It is just like a normal savings account. The only difference is you're making so much more in interest. And again, these 1.6% is great and everything. It's not going to make you rich, but you're not investing any time at all in making this extra money. You literally, it's like, imagine you make, and for me, I have a lot of money sitting in my savings account. So every single month, just from this 1.6%, I'm making like $100 to $150 a month. And that's not much, right? And, that is not a lot. But considering the fact that it took me 30 minutes to open the bank account and then move all my savings into this account, and I'm making 100 to 150 every single month. Imagine I do that for a year and I made like $1,500 for 30 minutes of work. So that's like $3,000 an hour. That's how I look at it. But anyways, you're not investing any time except for the first setup, and you're making a lot more for the money that you're not really doing anything with. So that's something that you really have to do. And the high interest savings account that I recommend you get started with is called SoFi. So I'll put the link in the description below. You can do your research as well, but this is the SoFi account. So they offer 1.6%. They also offer a $25 sign up bonus if you open your account and put in at least $100. So I have SoFi and I have Discover. They both offer 1.6%. In terms of like functionalities, what they do, they're all kind of the same thing, So the thing with SoFi, the reason why I recommend SoFi to get started with is because their sign-up bonus is a lot better than other banks. Other banks usually don't offer this $25. So that's why, since they all kind of do the same thing, they all have the same interest rate, I would recommend to get started with SoFi. And if for any reason you don't want to do SoFi, then go and research other banks. And again, it's pretty much the same thing. So super easy to switch over as well. Once again, if you want to open SoFi, the link is in the description. You get $25 for it. And the great thing about them is their customer service is great. They're from the US, so just call them up if you have any questions. All right, step 3 is allocate some money for entertainment. So this all really depends on you, how many percent that you want to take out from your profit. But, it is good to kind of reward yourself for making that money and enjoy life. So, personally, I like to find cheap or free ways to entertain myself. Since I live in Hawaii, the beach is like 10-minute walk from here where I live, Waikiki Beach, So I could go to the beach. I like to go work out. I like to go walk around in nature and whatnot. So it's free for me, but so this way I save more money. But it is whatever you want to do, you go do it. And I'm not gonna judge you or anything for spending too much, although I think it's never gonna be, it's just making it harder for you financially. If you want to make money but you also have a very expensive taste or hobby, like eating at a nice restaurant, traveling 5 stars, those kind of stuff, if that's what you like, do it. But it's just gonna make you a lot more harder to get to that goal of financial freedom if that's what you're going for. So just keep that in mind. But one thing to keep in mind is you never ever wanna get in debt paying for entertainment, right? So if you gotta borrow money, if you gotta get in credit card debt just to entertain yourself, like travel or whatever you want to do, that's a very bad decision. You should never ever do that. So step 4, my favorite, step is to invest. So if you're building a business, investing could simply mean just investing everything back into your business. So whatever you make, the profit, you put it back into your business so that you can keep on growing your income and keep on making more money. Especially in the beginning stage of the business, it is essential to put everything back, put everything you make back into your business and keep on growing your income. So I would definitely do that when you're getting started with your business. However, there comes a point where grew your business income to a point where no matter how much you try, you can't really put 100% of the profit back into your business. Like you can see how you can spend maybe a couple $1,000, but there's still this other like thousands of dollars that you can't really spend as fast as you make. Once you get to the point, then you should definitely max out your Roth IRA as your very first investment, no matter what your age is. Unless you're like 70 years old or 60 years old, you should definitely invest in a Roth IRA and buy some index funds through that. That is the number one investment you could do. Besides, if you have a job, you get 401k, right, from your employer. Most likely, you hopefully you get those. Not all jobs, give you a 401k, but hopefully you do. 401k, the great thing about it is you want to ask your employer if they have a matching bonus. So a lot of times with my previous job is that they would match a 4%. So up to 4%, they would match whatever contribution I made in a 401k. So if that 4% was, say, $500, then the company would also put in $500 into my 401k. So if you have that, that is like literally the number one thing you want to do, because that whatever matching bonus you're getting is free money. So you want to take advantage of that. However, after 401k, or maybe you don't have a job and you don't, have a 401k, then Roth IRA is the next best thing you want to do, and preferably you do both because they're separate, right? 401k is pre-tax money, Roth IRA is post-tax money. So you want to do both, but in order it's 401k and then a Roth. With Roth IRA, you can contribute up to $6,000 for the year, and so you should definitely max it out, $6,000, and also buy index funds through that. So you don't want to just put in money in the Roth IRA. You want to put it in the Roth and then also buy stocks from there. So that's you want to do more research, of course, but that is how it works. Once you maxed out both 401k and Roth IRA, then you can start considering other assets such as buying real estate, doing stocks, this and that. But definitely you want to finish the 401k and the Roth first. Any extra money, right, that you have, again, so say you want to invest in real estate, so you did 401k, you did Roth, and then you invested in an emergency fund too, and you still have some money left that you want to invest in other things such as real estate. Like for me, I have a lot of money sitting that I'm waiting for the market to crash or maybe a good real estate deal to come by and whatnot. But while you're waiting, this money has to be sitting in a high interest savings account, so you're maximizing your earning, and at least you're making some type of money on the money that just is sitting and waiting to be invested. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So again, make sure you open SoFi for those reasons. So after you created your emergency funds and you did 401k, Roth IRA, you still have a lot of money to invest, and you want to maybe do real estate, or maybe you don't have enough for real estate, so you want to do stocks, right? But you don't know anything about stocks. The great way to start is Acorns. This is how I started investing in stocks too. So Acorns is an app. You probably heard of some, or you've probably seen some ads of Acorns. But the great thing is Acorns, they automatically invest for you based on your age, your like strategy, when you want to retire. Anyways, once you open up Acorns, they're going to ask you some questions, and then you pretty much just answer it, and they're going to give you a recommended portfolio or recommended plan on what kind of stocks to invest. So anyways, you just put the money in Acorns and they'll invest in those stocks for you, so you don't have to pick and choose and make those decisions. Generally, Acorns pretty good. My stocks are investing, my stocks are growing, so it's not like pretty risky or anything like that. So this is my Acorns account. Total invested is $5,627. Now this is over time. So the cool thing with Acorns is you link it to your credit card. Every time you use your credit card for any purchases, they just round up. Meaning, if you spend like $1.70 on a drink or something, they take like that 30 cents and they're like, hey, do you want to pay $2? And we'll take that 30 cents and we'll invest in stocks for you, right? So it's all automatic. It's super cool. So over time, I think it took like a year, or I did a lot of like deposits of my own instead of just the roundup feature. So that is why I have 5,600 in there. But total gain is 557 from the stocks, and then there's also like you can buy from GNC or any store that has a contract with Acorns, and they give you some cash back that they invest in Acorns for you, and then also dividends. So they pay dividends on the stock. So the 75 bucks that I've made. So what's super cool is, again, going back to how the stocks, just being in the market for a long time, and the stocks will grow over time. The whole point of this is you're not trying to do short-term trades, right? You want to just buy the stock and then just wait and let it grow for as long as you can. So if I would just leave my $5,600 forever, or not forever, but until the age of 65, hypothetically, of course, it'll grow to 120,000, which is crazy. $5,600, and if I would do like put maybe 50 bucks every single month, right? Then that'll be 216. So it's crazy. I mean, you can go to Acorns and you can check out these and see how your money will grow. I'm not gonna put it on here, but so it's super interesting. If you guys want to try Acorns, it's a great way to get started with stocks. Once you see your money growing, you get hooked, and then you can go and study more about actually picking the stocks you want. But right now, Acorns will automate everything for you, and it's a great way to get started. So I'll put the link in the description for Acorns if you want to sign up. All right, so step 5 is redefine your goals. What do you want to do? What is your financial goal, right? Do you want to, just maybe live like a normal life, maybe spending around 40K a year, but you're making 50K a year from passive income sources, so you can pretty much live, you're financially free because you're making money off your passive income, and you don't have to get a job because it's all paid for. But it's not like you're super rich or anything, but you're free, right? Or do you want to make $1 billion from your business just so you can show off to your friends and family? Or maybe you actually want to, impact the world by making a lot of money and giving back to it. Maybe that's what you want to do. So you want to define what is your goal. For me, I just want a good, steady 6 figures, like 100K a year or something in passive income. Then, since I'm pretty frugal, I mean, 100K is still a lot, but that'll allow me to travel and do everything I want in life without having to like work a job or anything like that. So that is my goal. And so depending on your goal, your strategy will change, right? If you're trying to make $1 billion, you probably don't want to do like the index funds where it's slow and steady route. You probably just want to put everything back into a business, then go and find some partnership and build another business with somebody else, and then go and keep doing that. It's going to be a lot more higher risk, but that's going to be your path. So every single goals require a different financial plan. So you want to redefine your goal and exactly lay out what action steps you want to take to get to that goal. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's kind of different than usual self-publishing videos. It's more in personal finance. So if you guys enjoyed this kind of videos and you want more of it, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and let me know in the comments that you like these kind of videos so I can make more. And if you want to get started with SoFi savings account and also Acorns investing, I'll put the link in the description below. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.